Hi, I'm Austin Jennings. I'm a painter, and if you know me and you know my work, you know that there is usually some element of water involved. I paint with acrylics, and I like to also involve water with my painting. So my acrylic painting is a flow-related painting that often has some drips and some drops and some water pools. So it's just one of the things I like to do. So this set is 16 by 20. It's a small set, but oftentimes customers want to buy a cohesive set of paintings to go in a small space in their home. And so that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going to bring my love of water to these 4 canvases. So let's get started. So as you can see, my paintings are already texturized. I don't ever draw my work out first, but I do often kind of lay things out in some texturizing mediums. And then this is my best friend while I'm painting. It's just a plain water spray bottle. So you'll see me, sometimes when the video's sped up, you can't necessarily tell what I'm doing, but a lot of times I'll be spraying with water, and that's when you can see the drips start to occur. I'll give you a little tour of my palettes here. You can see that I have a lot of greens and blues and cools, and really just one key warm color tray. Usually just use it for layering and for some accents. These are my favorite brushes. I am a flat brush fan, and for the most part my paintings are done with flat brushes. I do have a couple of round brushes that I use for details. So at this point I'm finished with my underpaintings, and I've given them a few minutes out in the sunshine to dry, and what I'm going to do next is coat them, kind of seal them with a medium called pouring medium. It's a Liquitex product, and what it does is it will trap some of my pooling and my dripping, and then when I go through to make my final details and my overpaintings, sometimes there's one, sometimes there's 2 coats of painting, my initial underpainting will still be able to show through. So it's kind of a signature look that I like to have. Keeps my work looking spontaneous and kind of watery. So I live in eastern Tennessee, very close to the Smoky Mountains, and I'm extremely in love with the water here. There are lakes and rivers. My husband Tom and I have a canoe, and we're often just floating down the Little River or the Tennessee River. There's just so many bodies of water here that are gorgeous, and so, you know, I kind of keep a cache of photos that I like to work from. So these are the 4, see if you can see, that I'm kind of working from, and just to give you an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm just putting some finishing touches on the sky here, and I wanted to show you how I do that. So I like to have a number of colors involved, nothing too overt. I've got a couple of favorite blues. This one is called Azurite Blue. It's a golden color. My husband fondly calls it Jennifer Blue because it's one of my favorite colors. So I've started the sky with that, and it's an overlay from the underpainting. Obviously, I'm painting more into the underpainting, which has been sealed. So a lot of what I do on the over paintings is more of a dry brush technique, and it's really perfect for being able to blend things like a subtle sky. So I wanted to have a little bit of gray in there, a little bit of white, maybe a touch of Titan buff. And then my main blending color is going to be this. It's a light tallow blue, and it's a very opaque color, which kind of goes against my watercolor techniques. And that's why I save it for the very last. Even azurite blue, my favorite blue, is more of a transparent color. So blending all of these colors together really makes a beautiful sky. And as you can see, I'm using my favorite flat brush still. Other than a few small details and some of the treetops, most of the painting was done with this flat brush. It's about a 3/4 inch, maybe an inch. But you can see that I'm just blending these colors right into one another and using a wrist action back and forth. Sometimes I get a little bit more white, add it in there where that key cloud is. So by doing this back and forth and this blending of the sky, you kind of get a nice, pretty, detailed sky that is smoothly blended, and you can still get the grade between a deeper blue at the top, which is actually closest to you when you think about it. If you look straight up, that closest sky is going to be a deeper blue, and if you move to the distance, you're going to see the sky color diminishing. In reality, it's still deep blue out here in the distance, but because it is the distance, our human eye sees it as being more faded. So that is one key to making a really a depth-oriented sky. It's very believable.